Hey everyone, welcome to week 10 of teacher training, and I'm finally back at the beach after almost a month and a half of red tide. They said it was the worst in 50 years, and so I'm super excited to be back on the beach, and it's gorgeous today. What I'm going to be working on this week is wheel and also inverted staff. So Urdhva Dhanurasana is wheel pose, and Viparita Dandasana is the inverted staff pose, and it's like wheel on your forearms, and then there's a few little added things that you do in that particular pose. Incredible chest openers. We've been preparing chest opening, thigh opening, and so here we go with wheel and inverted staff. So you need to do a lot of warming up before you go into back bends, especially back bends that go through the entire spine. So some back bends are a little bit more in the upper and middle back. Something like camel doesn't really get too deep into the low back. But as you get into deeper back bends, your entire spine is in hyperextension. It is contracted on the back side of the body. The spine is getting closer together on the back side, and the front side of the spine is opening up. So definitely be mindful that you have to warm up before you do wheel or Viparita Dandasana. That being said, I'm going to go into wheel now, and I'm going to talk through it so that it's step by step by step, and I'll show you that, and then I'll go back up in a smooth way where you're just moving with your breath. You lie on your back and you bring your feet so that they're hip distance apart. You want your knees to be able to come towards each other easily. And if they don't, it means your feet are turned out like a duck. We want the toes turned forward or even a little bit slightly in so that those knees come toward each other. From here, you want to bring your hands so that your fingers point towards your heels. And what you'll notice is when you come into this, your elbows might be splaying out to the side. And so I'm going to show you how to fix that. First of all, you can take your hands a little bit wider if you need to, trying to get those elbows to point straight up. You inhale and come onto the crown of your head. Then you can straighten out your elbows so they're pointing directly straight back. And then exhalation, you're going to move your chest away from your feet. So I'm going to take an inhale, and on the exhale, I'm going to start to come up and move my chest away from my feet, coming into an arc, and then lowering down. And when we rest from wheels, we put our feet together with our knees open. Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle. I'm going to go back up into the wheel, and I'm going to move with the breath, and I'm going to skip the part where I come onto the crown of the head. All right, so feet hip distance, knees coming toward each other, hands turn so that fingers point towards the heels. Inhale, breath, all up into the chest, and exhale, coming all the way up into the wheel. And use your legs like you could stand up out of the pose. So now we're going to come up nice and smooth. I'm not going to come onto my head. And then I'm going to drop it down into Viparita Dandasana, the inverted step. Inhalation. Exhaling, coming up. Now I'm going to come down on my head, lay my forearms on the ground. I'm going to take an interlace, and in this pose, you can stay here with your head on the ground, or you can lift your head up. It's more advanced. So you want to move your feet a little bit away from your seat. And lift your chest more.